you have any predetermined?
Any fun starters?
You
no,
started the last episode on an insane banger.
I know, and unfortunately that one's doing quite well on the socials.
Lucy shits her pants.
I don't shit my pants. It's just in case I do. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Famously, that's the headline right there. I don't shit my pants. Well. Don't we all?
Wait. You shit your pants?
Well, I think we should ask our special guest if he shits his pants.
It's been a long time. I can think of like sometimes in like kindergarten where like it happened and you have to keep it a secret, but it's an open secret.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not
I feel
something
like everyone...
you can conceal smell-wise, you know?
Oh my god, one of my I'm sorry everyone. We're starting the podcast like this. We're just gonna roll. I was on the tube in London and I was on the escalator going up. I forget which station. I think I burned it from my mind. And there was a smell. Mm-hmm. And the guy in front of me, I looked up, and of course I was ass level.
Sure. Yeah, as the escalator goes up, you're gonna
had shit himself, and kind of like was moving the leg as if to get it out, and that was
and
the
there's
point
no
where
way back for you.
No. I had to go up and around, because I was like, no, I can't, and like that poor man, I don't know what his situation was. I didn't want to be confronted with it. So,
but this is what I'm sorry. This is a really bad way to start a podcast. You said up and around, so you basically Jason Bourne off of the escalator to avoid the smell.
No, so it was a double wide. I just went. I went
so you had to
side then up. Okay. Yeah, I did that wrong. The wrong way around.
This is the episode that Ralph isn't on.
I know. We're gonna get
too much information.
We're gonna get a Discord message from Ralph. He's on holiday and he's like, "Guys, I leave for 1 week." But no. Welcome everyone to, I assure you, a video game podcast. I can't even say it. A video game podcast. It's Friends Per Second. I'm Lucy. That's Jake. We are joined by special guest Kyle Bosman. Thank you so much for being here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. This is so we're recording part of this on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Apparently this week is going to be, quite newsworthy and not in the best way. So you might see us kind of hop in with like a different section later in the episode, but we are thrilled to have Kyle here because we've got a lot to talk about. I've worked with Kyle on Summer Game Fest. Kyle is the writer, but also wanted to talk about your work. Like going back in the day, you've got the gametrailers.com sign up there, which is where I first got to know your work.
Yeah, same.
The Final Bosman, which you kind of still continue with delayed input, like the spiritual successor. So how did you get from game trailers to writing with Jeff and his team? Okay,
I gotta clarify one thing so I don't get in trouble. Mm-hmm. Floor producer is my title on Summer Game Fest.
Okay.
It changes for every Keeley show I do. I have a different job title for some reason.
Interesting. Wait, so what are your other ones?
So for the Game Awards, it's consulting producer. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember opening night live.
Is it in German? Is that why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Das Producer.
It's very hard to pronounce, yeah.
But it's a really long word, but it means a lot of things.
Yeah. But exactly that, right? Like, if I were to just say, like, I write Summer Game Fest, it would be inaccurate, Basically, the easiest way to explain what I do is, like, well, part of it, right? As like a consultant on a show like that is take what is written and massage it and make it less cringy. Or at least try to, like, at least at times warn what might be cringy, but also, like, what, might not come off right or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Enhancing a script more than typing it all out.
Zhuzhing it up.
For Game Awards, like I will write stuff. It is much more writing for Game Awards because you have people presenting these awards and they have things to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you guys ever crossed paths like in the office, the Summer Game Fest office? Like, have you guys ever how do you guys interface together?
Who, us?
Yeah, both of you guys.
Us two? I normally just see you there.
Right. Yeah. Same thing. It's like there's no office that I'm present until like backstage of the show.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But we'll do the script read through in like a dressing room.
Yeah, which is also always really weird. Always. I've done it twice. But it's like you'll be in these incredible theaters and they're like, oh yeah, this is where the Oscars were. Conan O'Brien might have been in here. Or they have all these pictures backstage of all the shows that have ever been there. And you're just like, yay, we're going to do video game stuff now. This is really cool. But yeah, and then like we kind of sit backstage And, you know, like if there are last minute changes or any timing things, it's, hey, let's change this line, you know, do this read quicker. It's really fun.
Sounds like a real regular job.
Yeah. And I would say like, you know, like Keely Show Kyle is like a kind of different version of myself than like podcast or streamer. Like I try to be as professional. Lucy, I don't know how it comes across to you, but like my relationship with like Keely is like, we've got very distinctly mutual respect, but distinctly drawn lines of professionalism.
What, like you and Jeff?
For instance,
yeah.
Could you imagine me talking about like poopy pants in any of those meetings? I would never. You
No,
know what I mean?
no, probably not. But I think that's just because like the broader team as well, like everyone has such a specific job and is so good at it too. And like everyone, I don't know if you feel the same, but every time I'm there, I'm just like, I just want to impress all of you. I will be on my best behavior. But it's, you know, it comes off really well at the end of the day. Like the show is always really good. So it works. But yeah, probably wouldn't talk about shitting my pants, which I've never done since I was a kid.
You've never you've never shit your pants confirmed? Okay. Since you were a kid?
Oh man, we got to stop this bit, don't we? Because it's going to
We're
lead
gonna,
to something. It's going to
or
lead to
something.
something horrible. But no. And then like when you're not doing that stuff, you stream YouTube videos. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah. Can I just say too, delayed input, I am a huge fan. When I met you, I like fanboyed out about you. I was like, oh my God, I love delayed input. But like, just for people listening at home, it is a great watch. I watch it while I do push-ups. Is that weird? I hope you don't feel uncomfortable.
How many push-ups do you do?
Like 8.
Because that's the thing. It's like 12 minutes long. That's like 100 push-ups. That's nuts. No, that's not weird. Yeah, because honestly, yeah. You know, like I think of it as, you know, just like a podcast, the thing of the week, you know what I mean? Like where like it's a passive watch. It's how I do imagine it. You know, it's good if people are doing push-ups while they're watching what I make. But I like to tell you, like, what's weird is like, it's funny to start, you know, with the recent stuff, but like, my, like back at game trailers, like my entire like video game online history is tied to Jeff Keighley. He was the host of this TV show called GTTV, Game Trailers TV, where I got my first like production assistant job. And basically I was a production assistant there for a while. And there was one moment where Keighley was editor-in-chief of Game Trailers, which, I mean, if your audience doesn't know, was a website that would host just video game trailers, but then eventually more like, I don't know, like personality-based content and stuff like that. Anyway, Keighley was editor-in-chief, and he's new, right? And he's like, there's a couple of new consoles coming out. The PS4 is coming out. Whatever the next Xbox is, that's coming out soon. We need to hit this hard. Does anyone have any ideas? You know, just like talking to this room full of people. And I'm like, I got an idea for video. It'd be like do's and don'ts for the PlayStation reveal. And he was like, good, do it. You know what I mean? And so Keighley just saying good, do it to me, the production assistant who never made a video before, was that basically just started my whole, what I'm still doing here.
Wow.
And when did Final Bossman come around?
Shortly after. So I did my PlayStation do's and don'ts video, right? And it had like 100,000 views on GameTrailers.com, which was like huge.
Yeah.
And so like, I like did a follow-up video to that. And then I like went into my boss's room and I was like office. And I was like, can I like keep doing this every week? And he said, no, every other week. You have too many responsibilities. So I'm like, okay. So the original Final Bossmans are like every other week. But basically it was like something I had wanted to do because like I had been like helping to produce a bunch of the other shows that Game Trailers was already doing. And it's like, I think I could do this. You know what I mean? It's like you get a big, I think I could do this energy watching like other people make their videos. I'm sure like, you know, we all get that where it's like, oh, I could do that. I got a take. I can do my own spin on this. And so that's what that was. That was the Final Bossman. And that lasted, I think, 4 years until Game Trailers was shut down. And then Easy Allies started. Did a lot of Easy Allies. And then leaving Easy Allies, COVID started. And then it was like, what can I do immediately to make money? And so then I started a Patreon and started doing delayed input, which is, I think fair to say, a spiritual successor to Final Bossman. Yeah. And then, that's like, I've been doing that for 5 years now. Just, you know, weekly, like, jokey news, video game news stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep it light. It's like, especially with like heavy topics now. I do feel like you've been around for quite some time. You've been talking about games for quite some time now. So in 2026, what's your favorite aspect? Like, what still gets your butt in the chair talking about games every week?
My favorite thing to do in those videos in a delayed input is to show a clip of something that somebody probably hasn't seen before. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like showing like an awkward press conference or, like an extravagant holiday party that the studio probably shouldn't have been having. You know what I mean? Like, just like being able to show clips, I think, is my favorite part of it. Like, look how funny this is. Watch this. And so there's kind of like an energy of like being allowed to share fun things with people, I think, is appealing to me.
You definitely nail it.
Thanks.
All right, shall we get into, speaking of a light, irreverent take on the news?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with PlayStation. No disc.
Yeah, this is the big thing. Let's just read the official headline. Physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. They, reference that preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital, so our production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued.
Discontinued.
Yeah, available. New games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only.
Well, that's fine, because no one's going to revoke access to any of your digital content that you've paid money for and not give you a refund. Are they, PlayStation? Are they, Sony? Are they, Sony?
It's funny you mentioned that, because what was it, like a week or so ago? People who owned digital videos on PlayStation's platform because of like rights and licenses things, like a lot of people lost access.
Gone.
To
no
things.
Refunds.
There was like Edgar Wright movies. There was Terminator 2. If I lost access to owning Terminator 2, I would go insane. I would lose it, man. So yeah, it's a good point to start on. That I do think. I was gonna say like the slippery slope, but it's like I feel like it's beyond slippery slope at this point. With
that's the cliff. It's
stuff
over.
Getting weird.
It's the cutoff. It's like it officially like they're just cutting it all off. That's what's kind of nuts about it.
Yeah. They're just done with it. And that's the thing, is like GTA stuff with all of the pre-order announcements last week. It's like, hey, no disc in the box. And I maybe naively thought, oh, well, that's just Rockstar. They're going to want to avoid more leaks on that game. And so they're not going to be printing a disc because that someone will just, or a shop will sell them early or whatever. So I thought, okay, maybe that's just a Rockstar thing. No, it's a broader indication of where the industry's going. I'm so sorry. My cat like rubbed herself on my face, and I'm wearing lip gloss, and now I have so much cat hair in my mouth. Like, delicious. And so it's, I don't know. I feel like we maybe should have seen it coming with the disc tray free PS5.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's sad though. I mean, I like having stuff, all my discs and everything. Yeah, the vast majority of my stuff is digital. Like, and I obviously have a bigger, like, Steam is my library of choice at the moment. But like, I like getting collector's editions. I like having the box on the shelf. I could stream the Lord of the Rings extended edition every Christmas and I wouldn't have to change the disc. But you know what? No, I like the disc and stuff. I know exactly in Lord of the Rings when I have to change the disc. It's comforting to me. Don't take that away from me.
Yeah. And if you streamed it would
when
look
the credits
like
roll? What do you mean?
So the extended editions of Lord of the Rings are so big that even on Blu-ray, you have to change discs.
In the middle of a scene?
No, they end the scene. Like in the Fellowship of the Ring, it's like at the end of the Council of Elrond, and then
where
it goes,
are we going?
Like,
and then
the adventure continues on disc 2. So that's a nice toilet break for everyone. Get a snack, get a drink.
I was thinking a lot about that in particular. How nice it is to think of a game on a disc, to have like a physical attachment to what is an experience. You know what I mean? I was thinking about how when you download a game on Switch 2. You get a little animation of them like sticking a cartridge into a slot. And I think that like they need to consider that. They need to consider what they're losing, the intangibles of what they're losing. And even like, all right, this is the weirdest part to start the conversation. This was an idea for like, an hour into the conversation. But okay, I think what they should do when you download a game on a PlayStation platform is unwrap it. I feel like there should be some sort of like fun activation of like starting a game for the first time. Even
like
if it is just like
Astrobot tactile...
A scratch off mini game. You have to like wipe it away.
And then the DualSense makes sounds.
You got to squeeze the R2, like it's got a little haptic feedback. Like I feel like they should do stuff like that because we're losing a lot of like joy when it comes to like destroying the physical format. I feel like just like you're saying, just like there's joy with swapping discs for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, did you see IGN did a very funny social post? Dale and Jesse in the UK office. Where, remember, the really infamous PS4. This is how you share games on PS4. Dale holding nothing. And he just goes, this is how you share games on PS6. You can't. Bye. I was like, yeah.
Now,
it's our old digital future, baby.
It like, we all did see it coming, I feel like. It, especially with the new PS5s, like you said, the fact that the disc drive is an add-on accessory. And then, just the fact that, the sales numbers and like there is the data there that more people buy digital. And I think like the average mainstream consumer doesn't care as much. But I do think that it's like, you have to acknowledge that like that's the reality of the situation. But there's still that subset of people. Like I personally know a lot of people that love just going to a store and buying a physical game. Like say what you will about the value of that disc in 2026 in games. There are still plenty of consumers out there and enthusiast consumers that buy physical games. Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Box Room?
No.
So it's a Steam game where you basically, it goes through your Steam library and puts a box of the game that you have in your Steam library, and you can like organize it and look at the manuals and the discs and everything, and you can just like kind of what you were talking about, Kyle. It's like that digital manifestation of a physical library that we are all kind of going to be losing, but it's really cool.
It's cool.
It's a
bleak,
shrine.
but I like it.
Bleak is the right word.
Bleak, but it's doing really well on wish lists and stuff. And so like there's a demo out too, and you can like have an IKEA catalog and put shelves up and everything. But it's the fact that it does take stuff that is yours and then puts it up. But I think you have posters and things too. Yeah, looks really cool. But yeah, I mean, I saw Limited Run put out a statement. I Am 8-Bit put out a statement. Like all the folks who make those physical versions of games.
What are their statements? What do they even say?
Shit sucks.
I'm sure they'll like, like they'll still make stuff, right? They'll make the box with the code in it. You know what I mean? But
they said
physical game. I Am 8-Bit said, and I quote: "Physical games are vital to games preservation, ownership, and consumer choice." Which nailed it. Like that's it. And I think that's what people miss the forest for the trees for, because like I put out I put out a video talking about this, I posted about this, and a lot of people are quick to say, yeah, but nobody's buying physical anymore. And like, yes, I agree. It is on the downward trend, but there's so much other things to consider with this. Like if it's just Sony being in control of the whole aspect, the walls are going up on the walled garden. I think that's what people should kind of think about and pay attention to, because you think about vinyl, and switch to cassette and then switch to CD. Like if you compare a vinyl to a CD, yes, quality, smaller form factor, great win. But it wasn't like there was only one CD player manufacturer that also controlled all the manufacturing of all the CDs and set the prices for those CDs. Is that like a crazy analogy?
So because that's what I think is like kind of nuts about it. There's one sentence in there in what they said that really rubs me the wrong way. They say that this transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. And we're talking like most. I feel like if it's even like 5% of your business, it's crazy to say we don't want that 5% anymore. So to me, like this move really seems like it's about control. You know what I mean? Like it's about owning everything. They're willing to sacrifice the physical copies. They're willing to sacrifice the people who won't buy this next console, we should talk about PS6, I guess, but like they're willing to sacrifice all that to enable themselves to have that complete control. And I think that's kind of wild.
I think so, yeah. Did you read the Video Game History Foundation's statement?
No.
I'd love to hear that.
Okay, hang on, wait. So obviously they're talking about unfortunate news. It's a hit to consumer rights, the resale market, and game creators whose businesses rely on the physical market. Okay, but from the perspective of professional preservationists, this doesn't have as much of an impact as you might expect. The reality is that the vast majority of video games produced over the last 2 decades were not made for dedicated home video game consoles, let alone pressed to physical media. And even when they were released on physical media, a day one digital patch was all but guaranteed, meaning that even though a disc is preserving data in an accessible way, it may not represent the game that people actually played. Museums and archives have been preparing for this future for a while, with the expectation that putting discs on a shelf isn't going to be a long-term solution for preserving new games. What continues to baffle us, here we go, is what the industry expects institutions like ours to do about it. If platform owners are deciding to eliminate physical media and older digital storefronts, then we'd also like to see meaningful solutions for archives. Then we'd also like to see trade groups like the Entertainment Software Association offer meaningful solutions for archives and museums to legally preserve digital-only content and make it accessible for research. This is also because the PS3 and PSP digital storefronts are being closed. Everyone agrees this is a serious problem, but the ESA has repeatedly opposed the efforts of cultural heritage institutions to reform digital copy protection laws to make it easier to do this work. The industry needs to meaningfully come to the table on this issue, because asking museums to download a copy of Grand Theft Auto 6 and hope it'll run in 50 years is not a preservation solution.
Yeah. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
That was
Get
good.
their ass.
Yeah, they're not going to find help from the ESA, so it's nice to,
no.
I guess, pressure the industry at large instead.
Yeah. But no, it's such a blow for preservation, people who collect, a whole market, resale. Like, I think to your point, Kyle, it is absolutely just about control. And unfortunately, as a society, we are a society. We have just been conditioned into accepting the fact that we don't own anything, that we have given up ownership for ease of being able to access things instantly. And unfortunately, this was kind of always the way it was going to go.
Yeah, so like I wonder, like, so when GTA 6 comes out, it's physically in stores. When people go to Walmart, it will be a box with like a printed card in the middle of it. I wonder if that is what will become regular, or like if you're buying a PlayStation 6 game in a store, if that'll be like on a Roblox card. Actually, like I even wonder what they're imagining when as they ended that statement, when they say, "We promise though you'll be able to buy these games in stores." We're just figuring it out still.
Well, I think it will just be cards. Like you see a lot of Xbox games in recent, because they laid off a while ago. This is not related to any of their great Xbox Reset stuff, but a while ago they laid off a lot of the physical media team. This is it's just going to be cards and you just download it. But so then what's the benefit? I suppose the being in the store, walking by, having that store placement, reaches people when they are not online. I totally get that. But like, is the price going to be different, or is it just purely a marketing thing?
Absolutely not. Like, that's the thing. I feel like it's just going to be the same prices. And if anything, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, yes, if a third party retailer sells a little Roblox card of a game, like, are we going to see those like go on sale? Are they going to have like a fun little like low price?
No, it's the Nintendo
it?
approach where nothing ever goes on sale, and you'll be happy about it if it goes on sale for $5 off.
Yeah, those prices stay rock solid. Like those prices hold. So, and I think like that's part of the problem here too, is that so many players are conditioned to wait for a sale, wait for a long time until like, the game is like half price, a quarter price. And
it's also this, and that's the thing. It's like they did this the week of the Steam summer sale, where like right now it won't be by the time this episode goes up, but like shit like Dishonored is $199.
Yeah,
that's
you're getting like
happen
good
on PlayStation.
stuff. Like even Capcom had some decent discounts too. Like it's like, but if it were 2028, the Resident Evil 10 or whatever it is, it's like you're not going to be able to hold off and wait a little while, and then PlayStation discounted it. Like they're not going to discount it like you see now. No way.
Yeah. Well, this sucks.
Like there's no like good positive spin ending on this other than it's like embrace what's there, embrace that. Like again, people are going to argue that like the physical community we're like smaller, but like embrace what you can. The physical game companies that do it now, the IM 8-bits, the limited run, even with limited runs, like, you know, flaws here and there. GOG, even in terms of like, you know, consumer protection, stuff like that. Even though we don't even get into the fact that like PlayStation account security is still like not great.
Yeah.
And PSN Plus or whatever as an offering still feels kind of like, So for them to double down on being locked into all this doesn't sit well with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, what is it? It's they're announcing it now, I guess, you know, way ahead of time. To me, it seems like they're announcing their PlayStation 6 plans. It looks like, you know, obviously they're like moving forward with whatever they're going on with the PlayStation 6, but they're doing this now for the plans for their next console more so than, you know, 2 more years of PS5.
Yeah, I do wonder if this is an ongoing thing that PlayStation does, where they take it would be smart, and it is smart. They take the thing that they know will have the negative reaction. So the 2 state of plays ago, for example, or was it 3 state of plays ago? Like they didn't have Horizon Hunters Gather or whatever in their state of play with Wolverine. They had their own separate little state of play thing for that game earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, whatever state of play that had Wolverine in would have been like thumbs down. And I wonder if that's the same thing. I wonder if we are getting that PlayStation 6 stuff coming soon. We've just had all of the Bungie news, like Destiny 2 closing down, all of the layoffs. And this thing that's gone down like a sack of shit. Very shit-heavy podcast. I'm sorry, everyone. Maybe they're going to work and put PS6 stuff out there.
They're ripping all the Band-Aids off now.
Yep.
Essentially, like the PR stepping on rake things.
Yeah, I guess I could ask this. I have an answer of my own, but, you know, I'll ask you too. There has been, you know, a big reaction to this, you know what I mean? And in the past, we have seen, you know, console manufacturers like make calls based off of negative reaction online. Even the PS3 store, right? They announced it was going to shut down years ago, and then they were like, okay, we're not gonna. We see everybody's upset. We're gonna keep it live. And now again, they're like, okay, this time for real though. But anyway, do you think there could be enough of a negative reaction to this announcement that they actually change course and say we're sorry, we'll allow?
No,
I don't
because
think so.
GTA set the precedent now.
I think GTA set the precedent. I think also like again, like there are the analyst numbers of how much digital sells, and then also just the state of things. Like there used to be things that would happen. Like there are other things that have happened, like the PS3 store or like Xbox One when it was announced, and like every gamer was lockstep. But that's not the case with this. Like I've been online all day. I've been putting this out and I've been talking to people who are like, no, shut up. Embrace technology. It's the all digital future. It is what it is. So I don't think there's enough backlash.
It's just like...
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, they're just going to hold because they're just going to say, well, what are you going to do about it? If you want to play games, you have to come to us. Like, no offense, you're not going to Xbox. Like, they are the predominant platform for console that's not Nintendo. Like, unfortunately, they've got everyone by the short and curlies.
And yeah, what you first said, it kind of makes sense. Like, GTA 6 is going to make it so normal.
Yeah.
Like the life after GTA 6, after people open up that box and get that code, they'll like, you know what I mean? Like it'll be not just accepted, but like understood. I mean, I don't know, like the way it should be from that day forward, because GTA 6 has that kind of sway.
How is everyone preparing for the great PlayStation Network shortage of November 2026 when everyone tries to get online and download GTA 6 at the same time?
Oh my God.
They did say even with the code, you'll be able to like download it early, but yeah, it'll still be a mess.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess. Well, I, for one, love our new robot overlords.
Sorry, did you say Roblox overlords?
Ah, shit. Oh, everything's UGC now. Everything is Roblox. Yeah, my nieces are starting to they're into gaming. I got them a Switch a couple years ago. And my sister is like, the one thing I don't really let them do is Roblox. And I was like, honestly, yeah, don't. Like, I'll buy them whatever they want.
Yeah, but you know that they're probably asking their mom, they're like, why isn't Roblox on this Switch?
No, my sister set up parental controls. Like, there's the app and stuff. So we're done. We're sorted.
Nice.
We're
nice.
Fine. But anyway, we should move on to what we've been playing and some user questions right after a word from our sponsor.
This message is sponsored by Raycon. If you're not aware, summer is in full swing, and that means outdoor activities if you're so inclined. And with Raycon's essential open earbuds, they make it easy and fun. Raycon, if you don't know, offers quality, dependable wireless audio at about half the price versus those other premium wireless audio brands. And I have been rocking these open earbuds outdoors on this hot summer, specifically a lot of hot summer afternoons, doing yard work, going for walks. Why are you laughing at me?
Oh, it's just the way you went, this hot summer. I was like, and then I forgot you actually are having a hot summer.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a heat wave right now. So these have come in clutch, specifically because all the features they have, but the open ear design is killer, right? Like it just, like, it goes on your ear like this. Boom. So
Bam.
What it does is essentially, it doesn't block out sound. So you can hear things going on around you. And that's great for being outside. But
yes,
it's been like my outdoor podcast device, listening device.
Yeah, and it's it's lightweight, which I love. And the thing that really gets me is the multi-point connection, just because I always have to be listening to something at all points in my life. I can never have silence. And so if I want to connect to my computer or my phone and listen to something different on there, it is super easy to do. And of course, you cannot beat the 36 hours of battery life. That's 8 hours of playtime and 36 hours of battery with the charging case. Charge them like once a week, if that. Pretty great.
Yeah. Solid sound quality, solid build quality. They have like over 3 million customers for a reason. And with these, if you want to check them out, they have a 30-day guarantee as well. So here is the deal. The essential open earbuds, they're a great option for everyday listening. Just go to buyraycon.com/friendsopen to get 20% off. Again, that's buyraycon.com/friendsopen to get 20% off. Check them out, and big thanks to Raycon for sponsoring.
Welcome back. We've got some user. We have been lacking in user questions.
Yes.
Not because people haven't been sending them, but because we've had so much to talk about, we haven't really managed to get to them. So we've got a couple here that I thought we'd go through before we jump into what we've been playing. This one is from Darth. Hey, FPS crew. I love listening to the podcast while I'm grinding away at my desk all day. You guys have me laughing enough that I have to pretend I'm just really focused on my spreadsheet whenever my boss catches me smiling. One of these days, I'm going to accidentally laugh out loud and I have to explain why I'm arguing with my phone about games.
I'd like to think your boss is like, hey, no smiling. Why are you smiling over there? Who laughed? Who laughed?
Who laughed in my office? I've got a question for you. What is a game that ended on a cliffhanger, got poor reviews, or just didn't sell well and ended up never getting the sequel it was clearly setting? For me, it's Need for Speed The Run. I actually really enjoyed the story, and when it ended on that cliffhanger, I was convinced another game was coming. Instead, nothing. I know it's probably a fool's dream at this point, but a small part of me is still holding out hope they'll dust it off one day. Curious to hear what games still haunt you guys with unfinished stories. Your friend, Darth. Thank you, Darth.
Need for Speed The Run. Good pull.
I was gonna say, Jake's like,
oh yeah,
rubbing his hands together.
This is what I'm good at. My like recollection, my recollection of bullshit is really good, so I could flex. Advent Rising was an original Xbox title, technically created by like Donald Mustard and his brother, and then it was also like written by Orson Scott Card. It was supposed to be this massive sci-fi thing. It was an Xbox like sci-fi third-person adventure game with vehicles and a lot of ambition. And the story, from what I remember, because they had big plans. They had a comic book spinoff, this big transmedia thing. They had multiple games planned. The first game ended off kind of with like a Back to the Future type thing, where it's like, get in the portal, we gotta go, there's more to do, you know? And it was exciting enough for me, I guess, at the time. It was like 2004, 2005.
2005.
And it never went anywhere after that. I think the game ultimately wasn't super well received. It was definitely a little jacked up.
It's got a 70 on Metacritic. Is it true that it is similar to games I've played, Helldivers 2 and Red Dead Redemption?
It's definitely Helldivers in terms of like you're just like a third person man running around and blasting stuff. It was a lot of that. It felt kind of like almost Halo like in terms of like the vehicles you hop in and these kind of like sparse big environments. But it's a lot of people completely memory hold it, like it's not a thing.
Is there like a sticker on the box that says you can win $1 million?
I think that was a thing. I feel like that was a thing.
What's crazy is I remember it for that, but to me that's like it cheapens the game. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to win $1 million from you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. For me, it looks like you're trying too hard to get me to play you. If you're offering $1 million,
who's trying to clickbait you into playing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Before that was a thing. Yeah, so that's mine. I remember it ending and being like, "Oh, okay, there's going to be more. Cool," and then nothing ever happened.
Nothing, and then Fortnite.
So Jake, what I find interesting about that is you wanted more. You wanted to play more of that game. You wanted to see what happened after the portals.
I might have been one of the few people. Yeah, I wasn't like, oh my god, I need it. But I was trying to go for something different other than because I always talk about the Order 1886. That's my real one because that ended with. Spoiler alerts. It's like, hey, the werewolf game actually is a vampire game, and there were vampires all along, and now you're going rogue. Like Galahad is going rogue, and he's got this cool black outfit, and he's on top of the roof, and he's like, Bravo 6 going dark. And then you're like, yes, this is gonna be the next game, and then nothing ever happened.
Next time.
We'll get next time. I don't know anyone who has such a good memory of the Order 1886 as you.
Thank you. That's probably one of the nicest things. Thank you. I am so. Can we clip that?
Done. Like I just remember Galahad, but also it being announced around the same time as my pick. Well, Bloodborne.
Oh,
yeah. Bloodborne. I mean, maybe.
Would you say Bloodborne ends on a cliffhanger?
Oh, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. I just want another one.
Got it.
I just think there's so much they could do. Like, we got 3 Dark Souls, man. And I love Dark Souls. Less so 2. 3 I really enjoyed. Don't get me wrong. And I'm really glad we have Elden Ring and Sekiro. But the Yharnam, I'm always just craving returning to Yharnam. There's so many cool things to do there.
So then what's your take on Duskbloods?
I don't know what that is. You know, well, I do know what it is, but you know,
it's
like
pretend Yharnam. You know what I mean?
It's pretend Yharnam, but wasn't there also like a dinosaur or something in it? How much is this game going to be about menstruation? You know, that's what I need to know before I can really
probably very
Dusk.
little.
Yeah,
I think they're going to move on.
But I mean, I really enjoyed Night Rain, but obviously because it was this spin-off of Elden Ring, it's like I kind of like don't class it as a sequel. Well, it's not, but it's like I kind of class it as that it came with the Elden Ring package, even though it's a completely separate game and came out much later. Yeah, I would just love a sequel. An answer is that I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to find out what happened at the end of Gears 5. In Gears 6, because they are just not making that. And Enslaved Odyssey to the West, I feel, ends on quite.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
truly bizarre. Yeah, that's a good example.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It just, it just feels like they were setting up a lot more to explore in there, and never, sadly, got the chance to do it.
Bloodborne's it's a funny answer because like for that one, it's like they easily could, but they don't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you want to be supportive when they're like, actually, Duskbloods is the game we want to make. We want to make something like this, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, it's like
it's like you see when you see all those motivational posts where it's like, ladies, if he wanted to, he would, and I just have Hidetaka Miyazaki with like the Bloodborne. Oh, this is another reason why discs no longer having discs is bad, is because of the ass Bloodborne thing. You seen that?
What? No.
So the hunter is positioned perfectly on the disc of Bloodborne, so that if you put your 2 fingers behind it, it looks like his ass cheeks.
You know what? I have seen this.
Yeah. Look at what they're taking from us.
I'm pretty sure we made that a Game Ranks thumbnail. So thank you for the years of content from Software.
My answer. Well, so like my immediate answer, always like the one that's like personal to me, is Mega Man Legends. But what's kind of funny about that is like, I feel like, you know, I can imagine a resolution to that. The reason why I think like Enslaved is such a great answer is because it's such a off the wall cliffhanger that there's no way you could feasibly imagine what happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can imagine Tron, Bonne, and Roll working together to create a spaceship, and then they leave and they rescue Mega Man. It's going to happen. I got that. But like, I like that answer because it's like, I like when they're dreaming big, but they're dreaming so big that like they couldn't possibly make the payoff worth it, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's like, I brought this up on the show before. Did you ever watch Almost Human?
No.
Oh,
2012 Carl Urban show where he hates robots. He's a cop who hates robots in this futuristic buddy
this
cop.
was on like Fox.
Yeah, and then his partner is a robot, and they have all of these hijinks where they'll have all these misunderstandings. It's a bad show. I loved it. It literally ended with them like looking at this giant wall in the city, and they're always talking about what's over the wall. And then it's so clear that season 2, you're going to find out what the hell is over the wall that they keep talking about, and then bam, cancelled. We'll never know.
Oof.
Yeah.
Do you have a headcanon for what's over the wall?
Just like Carl Urban's actually a robot, and his real person lives over the wall.
Oh, that's
pretty good, actually. Damn.
Yeah.
What I was thinking they would probably do is like, it's all robots over the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Carl Urban lives in a world where he thinks robots are weird, but it's like, bro, outside that wall, it's all robots. Too.
Yeah. Humans are weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those are some good answers.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you, Darth. This one is from. Go from.
Wouldn't it be cool? Sorry. Need for Speed The Run. That was the one with FMVs, right? With like live action actors.
That was there was 2 of them that had that.
There was one fairly recently that had that one. Yeah.
Need for Speed 2015 had it, but did The Run? I forget.
That's a nice sounding keyboard.
It is bizarre to like truly like, you know what I mean? Like the writer at Darth said, like, I know this is crazy, but I kind of hope they make a sequel to that. And it's like, there's no chance, but it would be cool if it's like a Color of Money, like 20 years later sequel where it's like the same actors, you know? And it's just like a new generation. I think that actually would be really cool. There's something to that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I played Need for Speed The Run.
Can I do a side tangent?
Yes, this whole show is a side tangent.
Yeah, so
what are you talking about?
We need those.
Why are you asking? Just do
it.
So
I had some construction done, and the guy who came to paint, to paint the walls, repaint the walls, really cool guy. And we got to talking about movies, and we would talk about movies every time he came over to do like any work. And then he knew I was into video games, so he's like, "Did you ever see?"
What tipped him off?
Yeah, he was like, "Did you ever see the Need for Speed movie?" And I was like, "No, yeah, I remember that one. That was kind of like the Aaron Paul one." He's like, he literally, his face drops and he goes, "Dude, it is the best movie. It is the best racing movie ever made." And I was like, that's insane. There's a lot of really good racing movies. So he proceeded to take out his phone and make me watch the entire trailer. He's like, "Look at this." And then we're both just standing there in silence watching the trailer for the forgotten Need for Speed movie. And I was like, that's pretty sick, man. Not gonna lie. Yeah. So then I was on a plane going to Summer Game Fest, and it was available to watch miraculously on the flight. So I watched it, and it wasn't that good. So I texted him, and I was like, "That was incredible," and that was all I sent.
That was a good thing you did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was there one part of the movie you did like where you're like, that's actually cool they pulled that off?
There was a really good crash.
Was that the one where Aaron Paul just yells, "No!" the whole time?
Yeah.
It's the only thing I remember from that entire film.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
To anybody who's hanging on it, I did look it up. Need for Speed The Run is not the FMV one. It's got CG people.
Oh,
yeah.
Rubbish.
Still, it would be cool to pick up the story 20 years later.
With
I still stand by that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The same files.
Yeah. Pull them
Still
up.
in like Unreal 2. I don't know what engine Need for Speed has made it. You ever seen Torque?
No.
So it's a movie made...
Torque, yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a racing movie basically made to capitalize on the success of Fast and Furious. And it's made by the guy who directed the music video for Toxic by Britney Spears. And the main guy in the movie is her main love interest from that music video.
Long-haired guy. He looks like the guy from the Perfect Dark remake.
And
oddly enough. That movie has a scene where the bike goes super fast. And it was the most incredible thing ever, because it's like he steals the super bike and he goes, okay, boom. And then it goes into like early 2000s music video effect where he's going so fast and they like speed the camera up behind him so fast and it just looks ridiculous. Anyway, look it up.
Look it up. Great. It's a great movie. Best racing movie ever made.
Yeah. And I'll text you back and say, yes, it was.
It was incredible. All right. We got another one here from Mobeen. Hello, friends. I have to start off by saying that you guys are absolute gems. Thank you. You are amazing ambassadors for both games and game devs, and you have a huge fan in Pakistan.
Shout out Pakistan.
Shout out. I have had an evolving journey with regards to my relationship with games. While you guys are indeed an influence, especially you, Lucy, with your niche, quirky indie games. Wow. Thank you. This is from Lucy James. No, I can't help but give credit to my dad, who bought a PC for us when I was 6 years old and got us the OG Red Alert as my first game. The awe-filled memory of that day is somehow etched into my brain forever, even though I barely understood what was happening that day. And I think it's what drove me to being an RTS guy first and foremost. I recently became a dad. Congratulations. And even though gaming has taken a bit of a backseat lately, I can't help but think, what game will my daughter's first memory be? Whatever it is, I hope it is as joyous as mine. That's lovely. Wow. Do you guys think your first games or gaming memories have shaped your tastes as you've grown up? And also, if given the chance to pass the torch at some point in your lives, what game or genre would you want your child to be introduced to as a core first memory? Sorry for the long question. Stay awesome. I love that question. I don't think my early gaming memories were good. I love my dad so much. He introduced me to a lot of gaming. I wasn't good at gaming, and it was tense. Because I would fuck up all the time. I'm trying to play like Windows Golf 95, and my dad, bless him, just trying to be like, okay, let go when the thing is in the little white thing, and I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then he'd be like not yell at me or anything, but it would just be, it wasn't like until I was a little bit older and I actually had motor skills that we could fully play stuff like Doom and Quake and Lara Croft together.
So now every time you play a game, you picture, and you mess up in a game, you picture your dad going, Lucy! Like that?
No, I actually got my revenge when I got my PS2 and I had 007 Nightfire, and we would do local multiplayer. And I was like, yeah, 3D, you're in my world now, Nick. And yeah, I would just absolutely destroy him on 007 or the whatever car racing game that we had. But the thing is that we played a lot of golf games. My dad plays golf. And one time we were playing a Tiger Woods game, and I knew that I'd really like become a gamer because I got a hole in one.
Nice.
Whoa.
And I was
That's
like,
huge.
I'm done.
And was your dad there? Was he there to witness that?
He was there.
They're very nice, yeah.
He was there.
Must be nice.
And yeah, and that's why I'm a pro golf video gamer. No, I'm not.
You're like big into Hot Shots? Or whatever that game, Hot Shots Golf.
Oh, right. I thought you meant like the movie Hot Shots.
That's right.
With Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, that's right.
So no, I don't know, because I play like a little bit of everything. I don't really play sports games, but I do play a lot of action adventure. So I guess like the Tomb Raider stuff. Play first person shooters occasionally. So maybe less so these days. But I don't know.
I want to know the Kyle origin of gaming memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, unfortunately it's Mario Brothers, it's like a super easy, simple answer. You know what I mean? Like just a Mario Brothers 1 and just like immediately like getting it and understanding it. What's weird though is it comes from my uncle and not my parents. So my uncle had an NES and was like, he would actually like record his own playthroughs. And I would watch on VHS his playthrough of Super Mario Brothers.
No way.
So he's a proto Let's Player?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like, like he'd do the thing where like you just jump on that one ledge and like, you get like there's one turtle on one ledge. If you just hammer this one turtle, you like get an infinite score or whatever. Like he would do that and put that on the tape. It was really cool. It was cool.
That's great.
So yeah, I definitely think like my early like memories definitely like fold to what I like today. And I think that like, I think I get overly concerned. Here's the thing. I got one niece and two nephews, and I like already blew it with them in terms of like introducing them to games that are good the proper way. You know what I mean? Like they like Roblox. You know what I mean? It's like, and I've already lost them.
Yeah, that's
it's like they're already lost. They're like, I can't. that's going to be what they are passionate about when they're 40 on a podcast. They're going to be like, dude, Roblox was so cool. I love this and this.
Gardening game, that fashion show.
Yeah. So like, I have no influence. They don't really care for my recommendations. Any game that like, it's like, actually, you should check this game out. You know, they don't not care. But, so I would recommend that, you know, just like not to pressure it. You know what I mean? I feel like when a parent's like, oh, you're going to love this movie, it doesn't always come off right. You know what I mean? There does have to be some natural element to it of like passing the torch onto a new generation of what you would love for them to love. And then what they actually end up loving, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a good exposure point would be like Def Jam Fight for New York. Or, you know, I think that would be a good entry point for a little kid. No, I'm kidding. So for me, earliest gaming stuff is because I was a 90s kid, but the first console was NES. Mm-hmm. So Mario, the RoboCop game, the Tom and Jerry game, also big on that. Tetris. So it was nice to be like kind of classically trained, I guess is what they call it, because when I did eventually see a PlayStation 1 at Toys R Us, it like blew my mind because there was like such a gap. And I also had a really hard time adjusting to 3D games. Like Crash Bandicoot in particular. I crushed it at Jet Moto, but Crash Bandicoot in particular, I remember just really struggling with like judging distance and like perception of the environment in 3D. It was really hard. So I don't know. I actually think it's fun to kind of introduce that progression of technology to a kid, but that also requires, I feel like, a lot of work. So yeah,
I got my nieces a Switch when I gave them Animal Crossing, but I felt bad because one of them couldn't read at that point.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of reading.
Yeah, but the other one did, and I was like, "That's a nice bonding exercise." It wasn't. They had to get another Switch because they would just fight about it.
I think the first time though, like mind blown, was seeing probably like the Mario 64 and like running around in 3D. And then seeing the Jurassic World PS1 game and seeing how you could play as a T-Rex and you could eat people. And I was just like, video games are incredible.
Pure
and
freedom.
that was it.
Yeah.
So it's like you need the equivalent, whatever that equivalent is for a kid now. You need to show them something that they're just like, holy shit. I don't know what that will be.
Like, I guess like it would have been VR, maybe. Like, I remember first time I was in VR and I was like, whoa, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, you show anybody like Beat Saber, it's like they're hooked instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that is anymore. I don't know it was going to be in GTA.
Question, actually. So, like, my niece and nephew actually came to me recently and they said, hey, can your PC run Backrooms? And I'm like, yeah, it could. Yeah. And they're like, can we come over and play? And I'm like, I said, no, that's my work PC. That's my PC. Should I have said, yes, come over and play Backrooms? Should I have been like, yeah, I'll download it for you. Come on over while I'll play Backrooms.
I played Backrooms on Monday for work with like the Giant Bomb guys. And you know what? Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, is it just like Slender Man, the game? Like, what is it? Just kind of like you walk around?
It's more like co-op. You work together to kind of escape from the back.
Should we tell Ejiofor? Is that like you're running from him? Like,
oh, is he in it? I don't know anything about Backrooms.
He's in the movie.
I don't know anything about Backrooms. Like, genuinely, that was my first proper introduction to the Backrooms as a concept. Other than like maybe reading about stuff.
I like the idea of like humble children asking for like the viral game, and then you introduce it to them in the most gamer way. Like you set up your Razer glowing keyboard, you have RTX on, you have like ray trace lighting in it, and really just show them what it's all about.
Does it run Backrooms?
Yeah.
It runs Backrooms on Ultra.
And then I was straight up, I was just like, isn't it in Roblox? Can't you just play it in Roblox? They're like, the Roblox version's bad. It's like, okay, I'm sorry.
They have a discerning taste. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Don't we all? But no.
Yeah.
That was a great question. Thank you so much, Mobeen. All right, should we move on to what we've been playing?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Kyle, you go first. What have you been playing?
Star Fox.
Oh, nice.
How is that?
It's really good. Star Fox is, you know, a remake of Star Fox 64, which is a game that I was not familiar with. It's not a game that's like, you know, I hold near and dear. Yeah. In fact, like, you know, I feel like most of my life I've looked at the Star Fox characters and thought they were immature. You know what I mean? Like, I'm finding as I age, I have greater tolerance for things that are just like clearly more foolish. And it's a foolish game. You know what I mean? Like, it's what I love about it is how earnest it is about these talking animals on their space adventure. Like, I actually just love the vibes of Star Fox, it turns out. And may have my entire life if I just gave him a chance, but I was never willing to. You know what I mean? I was like, that's dorky. Like, I'm not into that. But I think, like, I feel like the conversation, the dialogue around Star Fox, which is, you know, a really good remaster of a very short game, is like, you know, the idea of a video game as a package. What I think is really cool about it is that it is so short, it's meant to be replayed. The reason that people have memes of Star Fox, you know what I mean, is because when they had it back in the day, they played it a lot. Because there was the repetition of do a barrel roll, they had that line in their head. But it's not like, you know, they say it a lot. It's just they kept playing that game a lot, you know? And so, like, I wonder about this kind of game's role in a modern era where it's not the only game that you have for months and months and months. It's a game you play once and enjoy once. Because that's what I'll do. You know what I mean? I played through every level. I did every path, you know? And then I have no desire ever again to return to it. I just really liked what I did, you know?
Yeah. I guess that's a good point about, like, just in general, like, our relationship to games. Because when we were a kid, we did have to play those things over and over and over again. And I think kids at that time, or at least we had so much less of a, we were fine with it. We were fine with the repetition. Like, I don't remember being like, oh, I gotta play this over again. Whereas, like, now if I have to replay something, I was playing something the other day and something crashed and I lost like half an hour and I was like, ugh,
never
can't
doing that
believe
again.
I've got to do that again. Yeah, I think my GPU's on the fritz in my PC, which is not ideal.
Did you scream a swear word?
I just went, fuck!
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Whereas a kid, you couldn't really do that without, you know, getting into trouble. But
my first memory of swearing was when I was playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Nice.
Do you remember
Screamed
the word?
that exact same word. I screamed fuck, and then I got in really bad trouble.
And it was those video games that are to blame. It's that Italian plumber.
You know what? Like that, and I've like never learned. Like, I'm still screaming swear words at video games. It's like just a habit I developed at 6.
No, I did.
The first time I did was I think it was the Elite Four in Pokemon Red, and I was like, the stakes were high. You're at the end of the Elite Four. What's the last guy? Was it
Giovanni?
Was it Giovanni?
He's the 8th gym leader.
Okay, no. So whoever the cool
Ace
Virgil-looking guy.
Jojo.
I think that's
Giovanni. Gio.
Yeah. So whatever the last guy of the Elite Four was,
Jolene.
It's definitely not Jolene.
I lost to them. And it was like
characters.
I threw, like, it was like the, you know what I mean, like, so no head, like throw the phone. Like, it was, I literally did that with my Game Boy. I was like, fuck, threw it, immediately went, oh no.
Yeah.
And since then I've been a rage gamer every so often, where I will be known to chuck a controller. Fuck
really?
This, you know? Yeah, I know. People are always surprised when I tell them that, but
I don't have you down as a rage gamer. Yeah. I was playing something the other day, and I was just like, I was down to a boss, and I was like, this, and I've started, instead of swearing, I go, you know, like really put some rage behind it. And I'm actually finding that a little bit more, a little better at getting the aggression out than just a swear word these days. That's how my relationship with gaming has changed.
I'm trying to learn how to breathe. I'm trying to do more like just like take a deep breath, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's my new tactic.
There's science behind that too. You know, with Star Fox, it's interesting because playing this new version, with what you were saying about like just the appeal and the vibes, I just can't help but like think like, man, this is so cool for kids. Like, I feel like if I was a kid now and I saw Star Fox like in all its glory, I'd be like, these guys are so cool. I am here. I am on the ride, you know?
How are the I know there was a lot of commotion about how they look. How's that in the full game? You enjoying it? Because I said he was hot.
You did, yeah.
I did say he was hot. I haven't played Star Fox yet, so I'm still of that opinion that I think he's quite attractive. But though.
New Star Fox?
Yeah.
Okay. I would call them like grotesque Jim Henson Muppets. You know what I mean? Like, I would not call any of them attractive. But what's like? What's
girl,
cool
have a
is
type.
no, you can, and I think you're gonna love this guy. He is 18, so you have that going for you.
18?
They specify Fox McCloud's age, and he's 18 years old. It's like, whoa, I
He's
know,
gotta
it's
be at
really
least
weird.
10 years older than me.
His voice
All right,
sounds
so the
very
dad.
youthful,
I'm going
too.
for the dad.
Yeah, the dad will be there for you.
The dad's awesome.
But like, what's kind of cool is like, it is presentation wise, like 3 steps above everything else Nintendo is publishing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it too. Is like this is a third party studio, Veran, I think Veran. They're from upstate New York, right? They're not. They made like Knockout City, that weird
the Knockout
multiplayer
City?
dodgeball game.
Yeah, that's awesome because they had, I think, another game after Knockout City that they were pitching too. But I didn't realize that was them on Star Fox.
You know what? It might be Velon. I gotta look them up real quick.
Velon.
But anyway,
that sounds
it is.
familiar.
It's an L. But anyway, like I love what they did. Yeah, VELAN. Excuse me.
What was the game after Knockout?
Oh, they had a few. All right, so Hot Wheels Rift Rally.
Mm-hmm.
You love that one?
No, I'm familiar with it.
Bounce Arcade on the Meta Quest.
Don't know that.
And then Midnight Murder Club.
That was it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That was cool.
I don't remember. What is Midnight Murder Club? I don't even remember this.
It was like a murder mystery kind of... Was it asymmetrical horror multiplayer?
Yeah. Was it first person
Alana was big on
shooter?
it on the podcast, I remember.
Yes. I remember that too. But that's good for them.
Yeah.
How cool that, like, firstly that they would pitch to Nintendo and then that they would knock this out of the park. Nintendo would trust them with one of their, we'll say top 6 IPs. I'm not sure where to really rank, but like that they would excel at it is what I'm really impressed by. Like this, it's really like some of the nicest cutscenes you can see on a Switch 2. It's kind of nuts.
Wow.
And the music too. The music's great. Like they obviously they already had something great to work with. But then even like the music for the I don't know how much of the multiplayer you made. You played.
Oh, I did not. I played 0 multiplayer actually.
So some of the music in the multiplayer is also like really incredible. I was like, holy crap! They did pull out all the stops for it. It felt like.
Kyle, do you have a camera and did you use the facial thing?
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
I was live streaming, so I don't know if I would have played around with it as long if I was like offline, but like it's so fun. It's like Nintendo fun in a way that I hope they feel encouraged to add to every single game they have. To turn on your webcam and like talk with like of Nintendo characters' face moving.
That's really cool.
There's a little magic there, like that Nintendo magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, like you're like an absolute like freaky chameleon, and just like like your eyebrows wiggle. It's I don't know. It's there's something really fun about it in like a really like natural way.
I like the settings where you can just have like bunny ears or like a beak. You could just have Falco's beak like covering your face. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Great. Is that the only thing you've been playing?
Yeah, I've been playing like lots of weird little other things, but yeah, Star Fox is the one that I was like most excited about that I played in a while. Where like I'm enthused about how good this turned out.
Amazing. Are you gonna go back and play like other Star Fox?
I played the Super Nintendo one leading up to it. Does not necessarily hold up, right? You wouldn't show it to your nieces and nephews.
No.
And then I played a bit of 64 afterwards to like see how that held up. And honestly, I feel like it has become obsolete. It is antiquated now that Star Fox 2026 exists. You can put it to rest.
Now you need to play the
Put it on a
GameCube
ship.
one. Now you need to play Star Fox Adventures.
Assault? Oh, or Adventures. Okay.
Yeah, Adventures is wild.
And then and then there was what, the Wii U one?
Yeah. That everybody
0.
hated? Or I don't remember.
I hate
I
0.
think
Yeah, I
it's
hate
the
it.
only
Okay.
one I've played a little bit of because it was at E3 and our booth was right next to it and I got to play. That was it. And I was so bad at it that they gave me a pin. Like I think everyone who played it got a pin, but when I got mine, I think he felt
You got a
sad
pity
for me.
pin?
I got a pity pin. Because I was just like, "Ooh, I don't use gyro. Leave me alone."
I get it.
Anyway,
I
Jake, what have you
played
been playing?
Mecha Chameleon, the hit new viral thing that the kids are on.
The kids love Mecha Chameleon.
Yeah, and you know what?
What is it?
It is a janky little $6 Steam game made by two Japanese developers. And it is a multiplayer hide and seek game where if you're hiding, you get a limited time to run around a varied, quirky environment, like a mansion or like a weird farm, and like you just get to wander around, and you're a little white plain stick figure guy, and you can move around the environment. Like you can run around and you can jump, you can stick to walls, you can do emote poses, and you stick yourself to like say a brick wall, and then the game has essentially a full suite of Microsoft Paint style tools where you can then color in your character. So if you stick yourself to a brick wall, you then have to kind of try and crudely draw the bricks on your character to blend in as camouflage. So then, you know, there are other people in your multiplayer match that are the hunters, and they're going around looking for you. So it's partially trying to blend in with textures, but also the game maps populate so much bullshit around that it's also you trying to describe yourself.
To draw?
So you have a limited amount of time, a very limited window to run around the environment and find and stay somewhere. And then after that, you can move. But if you kind of break the geometry too much, or you try and force your character into something after the timer is up and players are looking for you, you will be indicated on screen briefly. Like you will get hinted as to where you are. But while the time runs out, like after the time runs out, but say you stick yourself somewhere, you can then still freely color yourself in wherever you want. So I found more success playing because, like I said, the maps have so much random bullshit everywhere, like, you know, like books on a shelf and buckets and like weird stuff in the corner. It's less about just sticking up against a wall and painting yourself blue. It's more about like making your character do an emote where he lays down so you kind of look like a pile of trash, and then coloring yourself like the trash.
Like trash.
And I gotta say, because it's janky, it's got like unmoderated servers. Like every server is like a racist slur for a name, and like it's glitchy and it's like weird. But the fun factor alone really carries it. I got to a point where I had a good hiding spot, and because it's on PC, it's mouse and keyboard, you're able to enable free look. So you can just kind of like mouse, you know, you can just move around the environment free cam, and you can angle yourself, and you could see all your friends walking around the room looking for you. And sometimes they're staring right at you, but they can't see you because you hid yourself so well. And I found myself like giggling and laughing and like getting a real kick out of just feeling like this perfect little stupid stealthy stick figure, man.
I love that.
Plus, like there's a lot of community maps too.
Ooh, what engine is it? Like Source?
I don't know what it's in, but
it's
can
easy
access
to add stuff.
Yeah, like right from the menu, you can click in and it'll bring up the Steam page where there's just a ton of user created maps, like backroom stuff. People are doing like kind of like almost like you could hide in paintings. People were doing maps from video games, like, you know, Team Fortress and stuff like that. So it's cool. It's a really fun little idea. As of right now, like it's still, again, it's like there's barely any sound. It's janky, but that gameplay concept alone clearly has some sauce to it. It's really fun.
Yeah, I it's one of the things where it's like I want to try it out, but do I have to be on mic? No. No,
you don't have to.
To have fun, you do, yeah.
It's more fun if you do. So like it's definitely like, I think it's better to play with people, like people you know. So we should jump on it because it's
like it's the kind of thing like if you're genuinely trying to be competitive, I think it would be zero fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no,
which is good because I can't draw.
There's no nothing to it. Like nothing matters. Like it's like the leaderboards, whatever. When you find someone, you can like give them kudos essentially, but like it doesn't really mean anything. It's really just about the thrill of the hunt, the thrill of the hide, and that's really it. And you know, it's fun too. So you can whistle. So when you're hiding up against somewhere, there's a button to do a whistle, like a Splinter Cell style.
That. Yeah.
It'll like you can mess with people a little bit. And then I even found myself playing with a friend, like we were just chilling out playing it, talking on Discord. And because the map is so big and we were 1v1ing, we kind of just naturally started playing hot and cold because this would just take so long. And then that added its own fun element there. I think this is cool. I think it definitely like came out of nowhere and like went viral and people took to it. It is friend slop or whatever. I know we're still debating what the hell to call these games, but I like the idea. It's fun. I had fun with it.
And it's like what, $6?
Yeah, $6.
Great.
And it seems like they're updating it. Like the developers are pretty on it. So it's still got a long way to go. It's not like an early access game or anything. Like, it's just like, here's this little thing. But I think there's a lot of potential with the Foundation.
Amazing.
Want to say, Lucy did a good job doing an impression of the whistle notification. Yeah, it like tricked me for a second there. But here's the thing. I actually wonder about that. I wonder if adding more to this game can really make it more popular. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might have already reached its peak in that, like, this little, you know, basic version of it might be the purest version. And then, like, the more they, like, add to it, like we got more poses now. I don't know if that will bring in new people and more interest, you know? I feel like there's an interesting type of game like this where it is two people. It's kind of encouraging. Like, it's kind of like a dream, I think, to have a game that, like, is really popular for 1 month and you just move on to the next thing. You make your millions and you go on.
Yeah.
Oh, the Flappy Bird. What was the other one? Megabunk. Similar vibe. Like, that guy.
Yes.
It was enormous for a couple months, and then he's like, boop,
I'm not going to add DLC to Megabonk. I made my money. There's nothing to add to this. You know, it's like,
I feel like it's just like make it like with Mecha Chameleon. It's like, you know, fix it, make the server browsers a little more user friendly, but like it doesn't need a battle pass. It doesn't need a progression system by any means. I think it just needs like cool maps and stuff. But yeah, I think it's interesting with you saying that because it shows that sometimes like the power of the idea and like the raw fun factor is all people need, especially if it did really sell like 7 million copies or something like that. Like that shows that like some people, they don't even care. Like, oh, why doesn't it have 4K foveated rendering? Like, why don't I have all this insane shit in my
RTX on? Yeah,
like it's just like a weird little jacked up game and you have fun with it. That's it.
I love that. What have I been playing? Hang on, I genuinely need to boot up Steam.
That's all I've been playing. Just that the quirky viral kid game. But other than that, just embargoed stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like there's an embargo coming up that's like really annoyingly timed with this episode. Okay, I played the demo for Cat Me If You Can, which is a Toem-like 3D. So you take you know, it's like a hidden object puzzly type game, but you are trying to take pictures of cats in an environment. So obviously appeals to me. I very much enjoyed. What else did I play?
I'll say when I first logged on, Lucy did just say cat when like my camera first appeared in this video chat. Yeah, well, like you found cat.
I see a good cat, I call it out, and then I take a picture.
Cat podcast, yeah.
It's a cat. Yeah, well, yeah. We don't have Ralph, and he's the one who's allergic to cats. So, Gun Crypt. I don't think I've spoken about on here. I did talk about it on in the newsletter. It was one of my picks from Next Fest, but I've kind of become obsessed with that demo. So it's by the people who made like Jetpack Joyride, a Half-Brick Studio.
Nice.
And Fruit Ninja.
Okay.
So it's a PC game. I think they're going to put it on mobile too. It feels like it would do well on mobile. And basically all you do is go to a town that's been, you know, you're going to go to the crypt for some reason. And instead of like getting different powers, you get different bullets with different powers. And they are shot in the order that you load them into your gun's magazine. And so sometimes you'll get things like a whetstone, which will increase the power of the next bullet, or you'll get one that maybe isn't very powerful, but it increases the power or adds a status effect to the other bullets that are down. And then you just hold down and fire, and then you also just teleport around. Oh no, you don't hold down to fire, I don't think. I forget. But like,
sorry, are we in first person or is this like 2D?
Top down, like 2D. Well, like it's more like a 2.5. And then you just kind of it automatically shoots at whatever's nearest to you, and then you can click around to teleport around the maps. And so it very quickly goes from like, oh, here's just one or two skeletons to shit, there are things firing at me, I have to teleport all around, help, I'm trying to run around. It's so fun. I can really see this, like, and it's obviously got like roguelite elements and everything, but it's a really fun, like, again, like the concept is really just
the bullet
fun.
in the chamber thing is really cool. Like, so what's like an ideal, is it like you have one bullet that's like a freeze bullet, one bullet that's like an AoE bullet next,
one bullet that like does lightning damage, and then, you know, it impacts other people. So it's kind of, you know, just all of these abilities stacking up, and then when you find new bullets, you kind of have to be like, oh, do I want to take that out? Do I want to change and experiment with something? People in the overworld give you different quests to do. So like there's a blacksmith kind of guy, and he says, okay, you know, if you want more bullets here, go in and find me more bullets and try them out. So it's a fun mechanic to make you actually want to experiment. I'm having a really good time with the demo. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks good. I also like that in the key art. It kind of just looks like McCree. Like,
yeah. What's his name? Not Cassidy. He's not McCree anymore.
Oh.
I changed him because McCree was the real life developer was ousted for allegedly being a wrong'un.
Oh, not a wrong'un.
So they renamed him to Cassidy. Yeah, they took out like all of the references to like, because I think like to like real people during the.
There were more?
I think so. Wait, I mean, not that those people were wrong'uns, but they just kind of decided like maybe it's best that we don't immortalize
just in case
ourselves.
you are a wrong'un.
Just in case later on down the line you are a wrong'un. But yeah, McCree was the big one.
Does he still say it's high noon?
Mm-hmm. He does still say it's high noon.
Cool.
Yeah, wrong'un's British.
Okay.
You know, you're just like not a good one. You're a wrong'un.
A wrong one. Yeah, wrong'un. Yeah, I get it.
Like there was a TV show called The Young Ones, not to be confused with The Wrong Ones, The Wrong'uns. But other than that, I'm playing again like embargoed stuff. I played the Silver Pines demo. Loved that.
Cool, right?
Yeah, it is a survival horror Metroidvania, and it rules. Like I was genuinely so sad when that demo ended. That's a good chunky hour.
Yeah.
Wears its influences very proudly on its sleeve. So you've got a lot of Twin Peaks in there. You've got Alan Wake. And
also the main character just straight up sounds like David Duchovny.
Yeah. Yeah,
100%.
And then it's like classic Resident Evil. There's a lot of things that you'll kind of recognize, little homages, but I think it just as it spins its yarn, it's a really interesting mystery. You're just finding a guy called Eddie Velvet, this missing rock star, and you're taken to this spooky town that everyone has evacuated because of some impending storm. And, you know, everyone you meet is just a little bit weird. Things are a little bit off. And then so once it kind of ramps up and the weirdness starts happening, then yeah, it's a good time. And so I really recommend checking out that demo.
Really
beautiful. It's all
really
rotoscoped.
Is that what it is? Yeah, like I've never really seen anything quite like it. It looks like like rotoscope, but also almost like cut out. Like the main character, like the way his shadows are, he looks almost like a South Park style, like something was cut out, like paper, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, the art style, the animation for the main characters is all rotoscoped. It's really cool.
Okay.
I think it just has a really great sense of place. And I'm very intrigued and excited to see where the full game goes.
Me too.
It's out in October.
Lucy, now that you're looking for game, do you feel like this pressure to like only play good stuff? Only play recommendable stuff? Where like if you're playing a game that might be a waste of time that's not that good, you got to move on from it quick?
It's just I feel like you can just sort of tell quite early. Like I like to give things, a good amount of time. If I feel like it's not got anything else to show me, that's typically when I move on. That's the thing. If I owe you an email, I'm sorry, I'm getting to it. Believe me. The thing about emails is when you reply to them, people just keep replying back. And I'm kind of drowning a little bit in emails. But it's a good problem to have because there are so many cool games. But to your point, no, I still just try everything, That's the kind of joy of it. And then you find these things. Like I would have said Gun Crypt wouldn't have been my cup of tea, but hey.
Totally
sorry,
is. Yeah.
But it turns out it really
Cat.
is. Cat. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want. This is the one who doesn't want to come up.
Of course.
Got it.
It's food time in an hour, so she's poised and ready.
Ramping up, of course. Yeah, I gotta let you know. Have you considered having like a section that's like the trash heap, and it's like these are games I absolutely do not recommend?
No, because I learned something from a man named Kyle Bosman years ago. Even a 0 out of 10 game has value. So I still, I don't know. I don't want to call
every game is somebody's favorite game, right?
Exactly. Yep. And I don't know. I'm never one for like, I don't ever really want to rag on anything. So maybe it's like, it's also out this week. I don't know. I'm still workshopping. But
well, where
Need
can
for
people...
Speed was that guy's favorite racing movie of all time,
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody loves a Rygar somewhere. So Lucy, where can people find your newsletter and how's it going?
Thanks. Lookingfor.game is the website. I announced today because I had to do, it was like a month since I announced it, I had to do a LinkedIn post.
Did you have to?
Yeah, I kind of do because I'm like, you know.
Am I supposed to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Do you do that, Kyle?
No, I do not.
Come on. Yeah.
Haven't touched my LinkedIn in years, honestly.
Yeah, Jake once sent me a connection request with "connect with me on this hell site" is the message.
That's
that was me dusting off the login to make sure I wasn't hacked, and then I was like, "Oh, Lucy's on here." Like I was like an old man. I was like, "Oh, there's Lucy. I know Lucy."
No. So I announced in the LinkedIn post today we hit 33,500 subscribers today, which is crazy.
That actually seems crazy to me. 33,000 people said, "Please email me."
Yeah,
you know, that's awesome.
Yeah, so very happy with that because people ask like, "Oh, what did you expect?" I was like, "Not that." Like, you know, I was expecting some people, but not all those. But it's going really well, and I'm playing a lot of stuff that you'll learn about soon.
And I've noticed you're doing some short form content. Is that part of like the overall strategy, or is that something you're just doing on the side for fun?
I know I need to do it. You know, it is marketing in a way. I don't know how. I've been in front of camera for 15 years, and I find doing like TikToks and stuff kind of mortifying because I'm just not used to doing it for me. It's very different. Like we do short form videos and stuff from this, but you know, we're not looking at the camera and going, "Hey," you know. And so for me, it's like it's like a new muscle to work out.
Yeah, it's something we're all grappling
it's weird.
with. Kyle, what is there a delayed input Instagram reel or YouTube short?
No. I'm actually completely on zero social media, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah,
that's good. I love that for you. You should join us on LinkedIn. It's great.
The waters.
LinkedIn's. I mean, I guess people use it as social media. Like, it's fun to see like crazy posts, but like, you know, to me, that's whenever, like, to me, LinkedIn is like you have that as that thing where like when it's time to make connections, it's there for you. You know, it's like, oh, is it so that plan B backup? You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always been there for you.
Yeah,
just waiting. But anyway, that's what we've been playing. Should we talk about? Do show and tell, which is something that we enjoy that is not a video game. Who wants to go first? That was really teachery of me. I was like, who wants to go first?
I raise my hand.
Okay. Jake.
Hi. I don't know how to... so for me this week...
My dog ate my homework.
It's all TV. Thank you for recommending Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay is awesome. Widow's Bay is like... my dream as a person. Yay. Like a coastal New England town, driving a cool old Jeep, dealing with haunted, spooky things. It's like the perfect show. I think the way it does. So for people that don't know, it's essentially a show about this isolated New England island town that it was a fisherman town with like a long history, and something is afoot. There's a new mayor there, played by Matthew Rhys, who I finally found out is not American. He's British, and I was like, "Damn!"
Despite being in a show called The Americans.
Yeah, he got me with that. So he's the mayor of the town. He's the new mayor. He's got something to prove. He wants to like boost up tourism, like a Martha's Vineyard or Cape Cod, and so he's trying to do that while also something is going on with the town. This kind of like weird spooky horror, and it's a mystery that kind of is unfurled throughout the show. So it's like half comedy, half horror, and it does a really good job at actually being funny and actually being genuinely scary. And every episode, it's kind of like a new spook shows up. Like it's like a Scooby-Doo type. There's always like something, and I loved it. I thought it was really well made, genuinely good atmosphere and scares. I think my favorite episode, without spoiling anything, is the episode with the party, the weird girls party.
Oh, yes.
Unbelievable.
Patricia.
Yes.
I love Patricia. Like, what an incredible character. Like, acted so well. Yeah, I adored that show. I think it sticks the landing. They are doing a season 2, which I don't know. It's one of those things where it just could have been perfect one season. Like, I think I've also been bitten quite a lot by 2-season Apple TV shows. Like I didn't particularly enjoy Silo season 2 or Bad Sisters season 2. Even though Silo is, you know, based on a series of books, I feel like the plot of 2 like onwards just like really dropped. And I think Bad Sisters, it was amazing 1-season show, but yeah, season 2 was frustrating. So fingers crossed it breaks the. Also Severance. I didn't like Severance season 2. So
that's just uncalled for.
I'm sorry. I know it's not a popular opinion. But
yeah, you and Ralph got like flamed for saying that.
We sure did.
Podcast. That's right. Yeah.
Woo. But that's fine.
Well, Widow's Bay.
Man, talking about cliffhangers. Where like, what can you possibly do next? Like, I feel like, you know, Succession's all about that.
Succession.
Sorry.
Severance.
Severance.
I was like, Succession's a perfect show. Severance, though.
Yeah. Okay.
I loved season 1. I loved season 1. Don't get me wrong, but I think season 2 sniffing its own farts a little bit.
Whoa.
I know that's not a popular opinion. I'm sorry. Kyle, what have you been enjoying that's not a video game?
I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. Because I thought of this puzzle that I just did. A jigsaw puzzle.
Tell me more.
I gotta explain it all.
Yeah.
So, my grandmother's in town, right? Right. And so it's like, what do we do? Right. And so my mom got this puzzle. I gave it to her for Mother's Day, actually. And it was like, a mystery. So you would like, it's a 500-piece puzzle, but they don't show you on the box what you're putting together. They give you the setup. And it's like, you got to solve the mystery here of this puzzle. It's a convention for like psychics, right? And so like, none of us are like puzzle fanatics, but we were like just assembling this puzzle for like 3.5 hours. It was 12:30 a.m. when we finally finished. My poor grandmother was exhausted. She was checked out for like the last hour, but my mom would not let her stop until we solved the puzzle. But what was fun is it was not apparent to me who did the crime until we had finished this giant puzzle.
Oh,
so like
that's
once
sick.
it was all well done, you know what I mean? You got like a Where's Waldo thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I need you to send me the puzzle immediately. I love puzzles. I have a puzzle mat so I can roll stuff up and take it.
Yeah. You know what I'll do? I will I'll email you later so like viewers on screen they can see what this puzzle is.
Stu, and we'll get it on screen.
I love a puzzle like that doesn't say what it is. Like I feel like you got to get it at like a weird shop. Like where you buy like the monkey's paw or something.
To be honest with you, I just got it at Barnes & Noble, but
I have
you know, it was still kind of weird.
I love that. Have you seen the magic puzzles where you finish it and then you can some of the sections are sort of joined together, but they're not joined to the rest of it, and so you can move it and rearrange it, and then it leaves a hole in the middle, and then there's an extra envelope full of pieces, and there's an extra bit you can do, and that sort of recontextualizes the rest of the puzzle.
I feel like Indiana Jones. Like you're like, that's it.
That's it. Wait.
Exactly. Because the thing is, like, when you're doing a jigsaw puzzle, you're so intimately aware of every piece. You know what I mean? You've been studying every edge of this. So, like, the fact that it could even possibly line up to something else, you know, like one of those magazines where you fold it over and connects, and you're like, oh my goodness, something else entirely. Yeah. Those are, it's a joy. It's a joy.
Love it.
Oh, before I do have one other one.
Hit me.
The Bear season 5.
How's that?
Great. I love when a show ends. It is like, you know, speaking of what you're saying.
It's the finale, huh?
Yeah, it's over. It's done. They kind of like, I feel like they kind of did everything they needed to do with it. I really like this show. I've always liked this show. I think it's got great characters. It's got like a really good, realistic portrayal of like family dynamics and like loud people dynamics. And the last season felt kind of like a victory lap because they've resolved a lot of character stuff in previous seasons. So the last season is essentially all just centered around one night, like one shift at this restaurant, like one long day where everything goes wrong, and you kind of get a good kind of like full circle moment, like essentially rewarding the character arcs for like, you get to see all these characters tested in ways that in previous seasons they would have all fallen apart and it would have been become a shit show. But it's like this really good cathartic seeing everybody like rise to the occasion and just like kick ass in this restaurant situation, and it actually be still compelling and interesting. yeah, I just really like the show. I really like the characters. I like the actors. And it's like anything. It's like a Breaking Bad where it's like, oh man, I'm happy it's over. Like they could have just kept it going forever, but like I'm glad it read the room and it wrapped it up. And I think as a complete package, the show itself, it's got some like meandering things here and there, but ultimately like I really like it.
Nice.
It's probably up there for me. Genuinely.
What's funny about The Bear in the context of a video game podcast, I thought of the one weird episode where they got like a tournament happening for their old arcade cabinet.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the first episode, isn't it? Like very early.
Is that the first episode?
On,
maybe, yeah. And it's like a 2D brawler, but for some reason, like people show up to compete in this like competitively, and they have a tournament for it. It's like, what is this? What's even the parallel here? What are you imagining this game is?
Sense.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, I've never really seen beyond like the first half of season 1, but I did go to a restaurant that was in it. I went to Eva.
That's right, you did.
Fancy one.
Which
was incredible. I had the best meal of my life there. And I don't want to talk about how much it cost, because it turns out fine dining is expensive.
Yeah. But was it in Chicago ever? The place you went to?
Yeah. And there's a bar attached to it called After. So when you go to Eva, they take you over to After for a little cheeky drink.
I think.
What do you mean they take you? Like you're forced to? There's no choice.
I mean it's like part of your reservation that you can go over. But they escorted us because they gave us like, it was one of the coolest things I've ever done is like they gave us the tour of the kitchen.
Oh, cool.
Which was incredible, and just seeing them all at work, and like the head chef sort of watches everyone eat to make sure that plating is done exactly at the right time and refills are done on your drinks at the right moment. It's like when I say dining experience, I mean it's like I don't think I've ever felt as taken care of as a guest anywhere. And like the thing is that you would think they would be all really snooty, but all the waitstaff was just like down for jokes. In the bathroom, they play the audiobook of Matthew McConaughey's autobiography. So it's quite a confusing.
Just to make sure you don't stay too long.
Yeah,
I guess.
Quite a confusing moment to go in and just hear, all right. And like they just, I think the guy who owns it is like really into like rock and heavy metal and stuff. And so, because the butter is shaped like a skull, and like they don't have much on their Instagram. And we didn't go there because of this, because I know I'll get shit. But like one of the only pictures on their Instagram is the time that 9 Inch Nails went to visit. They showed a picture of all of them with 9 Inch Nails.
Of course.
And I was like, look at that. So
is this the one in the kitchen they had like every second matters, or there's like a sign they had above the clock?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What is that? What it said? I can't remember the name.
I don't think that was.
So yeah, you were in the kitchen. Did they have like a big red clock that's like always like
and a lot of masking tape and like sticky notes for every single thing?
I would have to look at my photos. I don't remember that. Honestly, I was more drawn to them just like using tweezers and stuff to put all the food in. And also as, as a guest to come in to the place where they've just made all of the food for you and you're just like, hey.
Did they say yes, chef?
They were all quite quiet actually, because the manager was sort of explaining to us what all the pieces were. Right. I almost said like behind. Yes, chef.
Corner.
But I didn't. I thought that would be, but I didn't.
There's some dad who does it every night. You know 100%. What I mean? Yeah.
100%. And normally it would have been me, but my friend was crying because she was so overwhelmed with how nice it was, and it was lovely. So
wow.
It was a really special night. Anyway, my show and tell is I found a YouTube channel that I'm obsessed with. And it's really killing me that he only has like 6 or 7 videos.
Lay it on.
Because we've already seen most of them. And we're saving the final 2. It's called Bobby Fingers. You heard of him?
No, I've not heard of Bobby Fingers.
So Bobby Fingers is, from what we can tell, we think he works in like the special effects industry in Ireland. And he makes scale dioramas of famous pop culture moments. So there's one where he makes one of Michael Jackson's hair being set on fire in the Pepsi commercial.
I have seen that one. Yeah.
He made one. He made a giant boat out of Jeff Bezos's face. He also made a diorama of the time the Black Keys were on the Joe Rogan podcast and tried to talk about his videos but forgot the name of his channel. And so what he does is like he's an incredible artist and craftsman. He works with a local like special effects like scanning place, so he gets stuff like scanned and 3D printed. But he makes a lot of stuff. He sculpts out of clay. He typically makes like a life-size version of someone, like a Michael Jackson's face, and then like shrinks it down and has it printed to scale. He's so funny. He's also sort of like, it goes above and beyond. So we actually found someone who was a kid at that Pepsi commercial shoot and interviews her and puts it in the video. And then what he does at the end is that when he's finished his diorama, he buries it somewhere and he leaves breadcrumbs throughout the video to tell people where the coordinates as to where they can find it. And people always go and find them. And they always like film themselves doing it. And he always puts that in the next video. So he also is like in a band, we think. There's some bits where he's just performing in front of a giant crowd. But honestly, it's really cool. Like it just, we were watching them at the weekend and one of my friends said, this is like the final form of YouTube because it just feels so pure and the artistry is so apparent and that is so engaging. And this is why it kills me that there's only like 6 of them. I know he has a Patreon that he puts like some behind the scenes stuff on, but I just need more. They're so good. They're so good.
It's interesting to even hear somebody say like, we're saving them. You know what I mean? To talk about a YouTube video as if it is like a, you know, an Apple TV Plus series, you know, like that's cool to me actually.
Yeah, they are really, really good. And they're also meaty as well. They're like 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And so we just, on Saturday night, it was, we were celebrating a friend's birthday and we'd been like by the pool all day. And there was sort of like this big dip in energy and a few people left at like 10:30. And we were all just like, okay, we'll just do one more drink. We'll put something on and we'll just do some chatting. And we were watching like Love Island or something. And then someone said, why don't we put on a Bobby Fingers? And we ended up watching like 3 of them. And it was like 2:00 in the morning. I was like, I gotta go home.
So Love Island wasn't doing it.
Apparently,
wasn't the right vibe.
No, so that's the thing is that Love Island is, apparently doesn't start very strong, but Casa Amor this season gets crazy. A lot of people are just saying skip to Casa Amor, which I might do. I have started watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Wow.
Is that like Mormon stuff?
Some of them are Mormon. Some of them are not. There's a woman who's like technically who's married to her grandfather because of her grandmother's will. It was her like her second grandfather, not blood related, thank God. But still, you know, that's a whole thing. Yeah. And
I'm so sorry for someone who's got no familiarity with Love Island. It's so funny to hear there's a phase of the show called Casa Amor. Yes. So is that like there's like acts basically, like in Act 2, everybody moves into one house?
So they already all live in one house. Casa Amor is they either take like all the boys or all the girls to a different house and they're like there'll be new people in there. And so it kind of depends. Like if they're in a relationship already, they all like all the boys will go and they'll meet new girls. And it's like, well, did they bring any of them back? It's always the big drama moment of this season. I mean, Love Island, I'm a purist. I love the original British seasons, but that was because it was just like true, trashy, messy reality TV. I find it's a lot more sanitized these days, but there are still some things that happen and you are like, okay, because a lot of people now have the wherewithal to realize I'm on television. People are watching me do this. People are watching me be insane. But then you get every so often someone who forgets that that's the case. So.
No, I like stuff like that from like the perspective of like game design, right? Mm-hmm. Like that you know, they're building a narrative by creating Casa Amor. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's such a funny like twist and like just, you know, amplification of the stakes. I love stuff like that.
Do you ever play Crush House? Because there's a game where you play as a camera person working on a Love Island, and it's up to you because the producers are asking you to increase ratings by capturing these moments and stuff.
The trailer's got like it ends with like a suggestion that something else is going on behind the scenes. Does it have like a crazy twist?
Maybe I haven't seen up to this point. Yeah, I've only seen like the first 3 or 4. But no, yeah, I tend to like, that's when I'm cleaning, I do deep cleans on Sundays. It's kind of like my reset, and I either listen to podcasts or I watch like trash. That's how I just disconnect.
Heck yeah.
Good for you.
We've got a cat. Okay, I think that about does it for this week's episode. Thank you so much, Kyle, for joining us.
This was fun. Heck yeah.
Where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitch. I'm Kyle Bossman, and on YouTube, also Kyle Bossman, KYLEBOSMAN.
Nice. Thank you so much again, Jake. Where can what should people do? I was like, they know where to find us.
Yeah, they can find us in places, but for all of us here at Friends Per Second Studios, tie your shoes and go to bed.